What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the January 1st, 2020 OCG ban list and what we can expect to happen, get put on the ban list for us in the TCG. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So first up, cards that, so first up we look at the cards that are banned, meaning you can't use them at all. Honestly, this is an interesting one. So we have Topologic Gumblar Dragon and Outer Entity Azathoth. Azathoth was a really interesting card that was comboed off with the Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic launch. Which of course would be Time Thief Redoer into Azathoth, or even also Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon into Azathoth, which honestly that's an interesting one. I think we could very may well see that see this card get banned in the TCG. I think Gumblar is banned for us now, I think, so that's an interesting one. Honestly, if I had to pick what card could get banned for us anyway, we could see Azathoth get banned as well, but that's just my opinion anyway. Alright, next up we have cards that are now limited, meaning you can only use one. So we have Zodiac Trident and the Beginning of the End. Now Zodiacs, we all know Zodiacs are never gonna come out of the ban list, and the reason behind it is because of all the combos that they were able to pull off with Dagosto Emerald and one other one. I cannot remember the name. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired. Yeah, so Zodiacs are never gonna be taken off the ban list. The Beginning of the End, that's an interesting one because with this card, let me see if I still have it. Okay. Because I think I still have it in here. Let's see. No, those are the equipped. Here we are, the Beginning of the End. It's kind of weird that it looks like nothing. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but yeah, you could somewhat see it. But this one in particular, I pulled it from my Destiny Soldiers box that I opened last year, so you guys can definitely check that out. But if you guys don't know what this card does, it says if there are 7 or more dark monsters in your graveyard, banish 5 from your grave, draw 3. That's an interesting one because it's basically a I wouldn't say a pot of greed, but more like kind of like a Graceful Charity in a way, where with Graceful Charity you would draw 3. You would draw 3 from your deck, but you would have to ditch 2 from your hand. Which, if you guys, I actually have Graceful Charity with me, in which this one is actually from the Pegasus starter deck. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Beginning of the End is an interesting one. I think it might be because of the fact that it's been used in Burning Abyss, because I know that Burning Abyss is still a thing in the OCG. So that could be the reason. I think honestly, if this card was to get hit for us, it really wouldn't matter, because obviously we have cards like Allure of Darkness and Creeping Darkness as well, where you get to add cards from your deck to your hand. So honestly, seeing the beginning of the end get hit does not come as a surprise to me. All right, so now we look at the cards that are now semi-limited, meaning you can use 2. First up, we have Altergeist Melisseek. That's an interesting one. Altergeist could... I think, honestly, at this point, Altergeist is just pretty much done. It's pretty much done at this point. Because if Multi-Faker was to get banned for us in the I cannot speak to that, guys. I cannot speak. I don't know what's going on. In the TCG, if Multi-Faker was to get banned for us in the TCG, the entire Altergeist deck would just be shot, like, completely, because the entire deck revolves around Multi-Faker pulling off combos that you never thought possible. So that's an interesting one. Galatea. Now we have Galatea the Orcus Automaton and Orcus Harp Horror. So now we know that with Galatea now semi-limited, we could see that get hit to 1. And if that is the case, if that is the case, the Orcus engine would still be playable, but you would have to facilitate more cards into the deck to make Galatea, which that is a lot to do. In which that's quite the challenge, I would say. And then Harp Horror, that doesn't really surprise me, because Harp Horror's effect I think it works when it's in the graveyard, so that's an interesting one. Deep Sea Diva. So we now know that in the last set for us in the TCG for the Vrains era, I believe it's called Eternity Code. We know that set will give us support for Deep Sea Diva. So now Deep Sea Diva will be searchable with what's it called? With Mermails. So that's pretty cool. Next up we have Baby Sarasaurus. That's an interesting one. I'm not so sure that was a wise decision by them, but you know what? Dinos have done really well as of late, especially in the OCG, especially with Miscellaneous Swords coming back to 3. It's been pretty good. So seeing Baby Sarasaurus go down to 2, I'm not so sure about that. Then we have Tour Guide from the Underworld. So Tour Guide for us is at 1, and the reason behind it is because with Tour Guide you're able to search out any dark monsters you want from your deck, but Tour Guide can't be used as single material if it were to use its effect. So maybe Tour Guide can come up to 2 for us here in the TCG, which would be interesting. Sorry guys, my throat got something got caught in my throat. Anyway, next up, Mathematician. Ooh, I remember Mathematician. If you guys don't know what he does, basically when he's summoned, you take you take the top card from your deck and send it to the graveyard, and when it's destroyed, you get to draw a card. I don't know. I think Mathematician would have been better off as a 1. I think it was a 1. But yeah, that's interesting. Necros Unicorn. Ooh, Necros. I could definitely see Necros coming back at some point down the road. But until then, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Thunder Dragon Roar. Thunder Dragons have been extremely have done extremely well, especially with the dangers. It's I don't think I think one of the main things I think one of the main engines that Konami should hit is the entire danger engine, because with that Thunder Dragons would be in check. They would be like, yo, we need to slow it down. So that's just my opinion anyway. Salmon Great Circle. So Circle, I believe, gives you a search, if I remember correctly. So for us, it is at 1. So we could see Circle get banned for us here in the TCG. If that were to be the case, the entire Salmon Great deck could very may well just go down the drain. So that's pretty interesting. Mind Control. Mind Control. I'm not so sure about that. I am not so sure about that, but then again, it's nothing really too crazy. Then we have Sky Striker Mecha Modules Multi-Roll. Multi-Roll now for us is at 1. And I'm saying it now. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage banned. I'm saying it now. I know that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to quote me on it, but I'm saying it now. Engage banned. Then we have Allure of Darkness at 2. Whew. That's an interesting one. I don't know why they would do that. I mean, it's a pot of greed, but you're banishing a dark monster from your hand. Why? I don't get that. Then we have Red Reboot. Red Reboot is interesting. Because with Red Reboot, it's basically like a wire. It's basically like wiretap, where your opponent doesn't activate a trap card. But with Red Reboot, your opponent gets to take a trap card from their deck and play it face down, which gives them the advantage. So it's pretty much like it's a complete lopside. But that's interesting. That is interesting. Anyway, now cards that are free from the regulation, meaning you can use 3. First up, we have Elemental Hero. We have Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. So if you guys don't know, Shadow Mist, when it's special summoned, you get to search Mass Change, which with pretty much any deck that can facilitate Shadow Mist, hands down a broken deck. So I'm kind of curious to see what Konami does for us in the TCG in terms of the hero archetype. Next up, we have Invoked Makaba. So Mech Knight Invoked, still to this day one of the best decks out there. And the only normal summon you have is Alistair the Invoker, which I believe gets you another summon. Give me a second, because I think that's what it does. Here we are. Where is it? Let me see if I can find Mr. Alistair. No. Let's see. I cannot find Alistair the Invoker. I know I have him somewhere in this binder. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on a second. I'm trying to find it. I don't remember what it does, because I think Alistair the Invoker is a summon. I think it gets you a polymerization to the hand, if I remember correctly. No. Here we are. Alistair the Invoker. Here we are. I was wondering where you were at. Alright, so Alistair the Invoker is a if you guys don't know what Alistair does, he is a 4-star dark attribute with 1,000 attack, 1,800 defense, and is a spellcaster. And its effect says during either player's turn, you can send this card from your hand to the grave, then target a fusion monster you control. It gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. If this card is normal summon or flip face up, you can add 1 invocation from your deck to your hand. So this is basically so this card basically searches out in invocation and gets you and gets you to your invoked play. So seeing Macabre get taken up to 3 is really good, because I think now Mech Knight Invoke could definitely go to full force. Next up, we have Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, a really good one, a really good card, with, especially if you're side decking Kaijus. That's actually really good. Chain Strike, Missing Mind Burn, hands down. Reasoning, Draw Power, nothing really too crazy. Then Draco Face Off. So True Dracos have been pretty decent as of late. I know that they've been reprinted in Mystic Fighters, and my opinions on it, I think seeing Draco Face Off get taken off the list, I think it's a spell. Let me look up the spell. And I believe it is a quick play, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is a quick play. So it says here, so its effect says reveal 1 Draco Slayer Pendulum monster and a Drake Overlord Pendulum monster from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one of them for you to place in your Pendulum zone or special summon, your choice. And you add the other card to your extra deck face up. You can only activate 1 Draco Face Off per turn. So seeing Draco Face Off get taken up to 3 is really good, because with this you're able to facilitate some of your higher up some of your higher up Draco monsters, which is really good, really good. My thoughts on this OCG ban list. I could definitely see Multifaker get banned, Galatea get banned as well. There's a lot of things that we can expect, but the one thing that we can expect to happen for us in the TCG, and this is something that I've been hearing for a while now. I've heard rumors that Konami is going to actually ban Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, Galatea, and is it Dingerson? No. Engage, Galatea, and I want to say Sunlight Wolf. No. They may put that at 1, but those are just my thoughts, and that is the OCG ban list. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. And on that, and also too, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links will be down in the description below. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.